All right. So this is going to be sponsored by BetUS. All right, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, as always. So what we're going to do is, all of us are upset. We're not very happy with the last couple losses, especially when we feel like you should win them. You should have won, Spurs. What are you doing? So we need to take a look at what Mitch Johnson has to say. So what we'll do, we'll take a look at Mitch Johnson. I'll react to that. We'll talk about today's sponsor, and then I'll answer some of the questions, or at least respond to some of the statements in the chat. All right, because I'm very curious what you guys have to say. Honestly, actually, hold on. Let's do something. I typically don't do this, but I think that this would be fun to do if it comes up. Okay, it comes up. All right, so here's the chat, and we're going to do some audience engagement here. Let's start a poll. How many options can we put? Perfect. Okay. So my question is, how well do you think Mitch Johnson is doing? So we'll put A, B, you guys gotta give him a grade. I probably should just say what grade does he get? C and D. We're not gonna do F because I don't think that he's been doing first off, I can't add an extra one, but I also just don't think that he's been an F, right? Has been that bad. There's been some showings where been pretty doggone good. So let's start that poll, and we'll take a look at this video. I'll react to it, go about our sponsor, and then we'll jump into that poll and your guys' thoughts on that. All right, Mitch.
I guess when you look at the final two possessions, you're going to probably say you probably can't get better defense than Harrison had on Paolo, and probably couldn't get a better look.
Yeah, you can get better defense. You can get better defense than Harrison on Paolo. You actually can. His name is Sohan. Okay, said this in the other segment, so I probably should bring it up here just for context, because people will say you're just being crazy about Sohan. Defensive rating when you have Sohan on the court. If you have Sohan, even Sohan at center, which is not good. Sohan at center, 88 defensive rating. Don't really care about that one too much. This one, I think this is more realistic. When you have Steph Castle, Devin Vassell, Keldon, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama, you have a defensive rating of 82. However, you guys want to know something fun? When you go with the lineup that the Spurs did the other night with Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, and Vic, you have a defensive rating of 131. Under 90 when Sohan's on the court. 131 when you go with this. Whatever this is. Move Chris Paul to the bench.
And you got from Vic, is that sort of your view of how the end of that game went down?
Yeah, I thought there were a couple plays probably prior to that. Obviously the last plays get a lot of attention, rightfully so. But yeah, I thought we, when you get stops like that at the end of the game, to give them extra possessions is tough. And just, crunch time execution. So it's just something that we have to continue to improve upon, because that's how close these games are in the balance. Whether it was a free throw block.
We put ourselves in those positions with these lineups as well, though, It's not enough that it's just close. That's fine, but we're going to get to a point where we just keep it close, and then Fox save us, keep it close. Fox save us, keep it close. Fox save us. Put your best foot forward. We have better defenders than what we're putting out there. Move Chris Paul to the bench. Put in Castle. Lean on these guys. I know that the vets make it. It's a comfort blanket to go with the vets, but Sohan should be finishing these games. If it's minutes restrictions, fine. Some people told me Clancy, he was in foul trouble. We got 2 minutes left. We got 3 minutes. Who cares? Just foul out. He's our best foot forward. It's not going to carry over into next game. It restarts. He doesn't have four fouls going into next game.
That didn't feel like that had the attention of the last play. That's the possession, right?
No.
And so those are the things that we have to continue to improve upon.
Gotcha.
overall, how do you think the team handled the size that the Magic can throw at you in all kinds of positions?
I thought we did a good job for the most part. I thought there was a few stretches there.
I do want to add that adding Biyombo, if he got any more, tanking the gas, is actually a really great pickup. So that should help us.
We had some turnovers, especially in the paint with their length. Whether it's maybe more bounce passes and airtime, we have to keep a dribble, but they're a good defensive team, so it's not an outlier. But I thought for the most part we tried to screen, we tried to keep the integrity of our spacing and play out of that and play in space. I thought we missed some good shots, and I thought we gave ourselves a chance to win. It's just a few of those possessions here and there that we just, that's the NBA.
What was running through your mind as Harrison Barnes rattled off 6 straight threes in that first quarter, then went kind of quiet later on?
I was thinking I'm gonna keep him out there. Maybe we'll get those crazy threes again.
We haven't always done a good job of acknowledging and then trying to ride a hot hand. Guy hits 2 or 3, and then sometimes they won't even get the basketball again. Not intentionally, just we haven't done a good job sometimes. When a guy gets hot like that, you need to ride that as much and as long as you can. I thought we did a good job of trying to continue to get him the ball in that stretch.
Wait, no, he asked, how did you... If they did it correctly, then he's asking, when he cooled off later, like, what were your thoughts? What adjustments do you make with that? That's what he was asking. It would make sense if they didn't ride the hot hand, but you just said they did ride the hot hand. So and he still cooled off. So lineups, guys. That's all it is. I really think it's just rotations, lineups.
Can you talk a little bit about Franz? I think he finished with 33 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, he was he was relentless.
Who? Oh. Who? Who had 33 points? Who? Hold on. We already had this up. Who had 33 points? Are we talking about last game? She might be talking about last game. Who are we talking about?
He kept attacking. I thought for the most part,
Franz Wagner? Oh, okay. I'm like,
a few times
why are we asking about Franz Wagner?
where we could have shifted onto him and showed him a little bit more of a crowd.
Oh,
A few times,
okay.
we were really emphasizing for Victor to meet him at the rim.
Yeah, we should have actually, man, if only we had really good defenders. If only we had really good defenders we could throw out there and mix things up a little bit. Just, man. Too bad Blake Wesley is one of the worst defenders in NBA history. And too bad Sohan is just absolutely horrible on the defensive end. And too bad Castle is just absolute trash, right? Too bad we have nothing but trash defensively.
But he did a good job. He did a really good job.
By the way, I don't think that Blake Wesley would be able to guard Wagner, right? It's just overall. It's an overall frustration I have with the lineups. It's more general, guys.
Thank you. Oh, I have one more question. Obviously, it's still early in this trade and just everybody getting adjusted to one another, but what can you kind of say about the team's chemistry so far? 3 straight games, 1 score. Just how do you think they're gelling so far?
I think
I think they're doing a really good job at gelling, honestly, guys.
guys are really trying to play together and learn each other and play unselfish. So, it is a competitive sport and you want it all right now, but
Clan, if this team doesn't care, why should we? They care. They definitely care. I mean, the character. I would never question the character of. Look, I think all of these guys care. For a team to be, as successful as they've been over the years, like a franchise, right? You are competitive from top down. You are competitive from ownership to your front office to your coaches to your players. Everybody on this team is competitive. I think everyone on this team wants to win. There's not one person on this team that I think, or I've seen them or seen interviews or watched them and thought, this guy's kind of selfish. He doesn't really care. I think all of them care. I truly do believe that. I think all of them care, especially when you look around the league at other young guys. These guys care. I think Mitch Johnson cares. It's just mistakes, man. Just being too comfortable. You know, I think he genuinely does believe that those lineups he puts out there are their best chance to win. But it's mostly based on these are his guys and mostly based on these are vets. It's not based on statistics, obviously. I think it's just based on their vets, and ideally, they should be our best shot of winning. And I hope we can just get out of that mindset, because it's not true.
It is a competitive sport, and you want it all right now, but patience will win out, and I believe those guys are going about it the right way.
And just the poise from Stephon Castle.
See, that's a problem. Patience will win out. I don't like that. It's like we're just kind of waiting for them to get it together. Like, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Wemby, we don't call enough action plays for him. Obviously, he's gassed. Obviously, he's struggled with that. And he struggled with his conditioning even going into this season. And I don't think we make it that much easier for him.
So I think it's 8 straight games in double digits. Just what have you kind of seen from him in this rookie season?
He's doing great. He's showing a lot of signs of improvement, and there's a lot of room for him to continue to improve. So it's good things.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Castle. I think it's 8 straight games
Castle.
in double digits. Just what have you kind of seen from him in this rookie season?
He's doing great. He's showing a lot of signs of improvement, and there's a lot of room for him to continue to improve. So it's good things.
All right. Yeah, all right. Anyways, Clan, are you going to admit that role players have their best games against the San Antonio Spurs? Like I brought this up before, but like it's kind of weird, you know? It's weird because on one hand, I think that the Spurs do a pretty good job against stars, and I think that we have the firepower defensively to kind of slow down those stars. But you're kind of right. Yeah, a lot of like role players end up having good games, but we're doing a good job of shutting down stars most of the time. But before, I mean, everyone used to have a good day. So, I don't know. Progress, I guess. All right. So, big shout out to today's sponsor, BetUS. If you guys are interested in BetUS whatsoever, you just head on over there. They got some really great things going on. You can go to basketball section because obviously that's what we care about. But they also have casino. So, if that's something you're interested in as well, that is good to check out. You get a $200 bonus up to $5,000. So, if that's something that you want to do, please do. Got casinos. It's good stuff. It's just good stuff. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat a little bit. Anyways, but if you go to NBA specials, they have one on Kawhi Leonard. Is this the retirement one? There's one that was retirement. Yeah, it's still here. So, will Kawhi Leonard announce his retirement during this season? I don't know if I want to bet on that one anymore. But if that's something that you guys are interested in, you just head on over here, you hit the money line, you put in your risk, and you are good to go. So, like I said, there's casino. That's one thing. But also, if you want to just do anything else, basketball, football, ice hockey, baseball, all that good stuff, you will receive 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your second and third deposit, up to $2,000. And all you have to do is use promo code YouTube150. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. YouTube 150 when signing up. All right, moving on. Let's go ahead and look at what this chat said. What did you guys rate? So I got it up here. We got to, oh my God, it's still going up. You guys know I'm about to go over it, so that's why you're voting. It's too late. All right, I'll end it once we get to 100 votes. We need 2 more. 2 more. Come on. I'm seeing more than 200 people viewing right now, so I know a couple you can vote. My cat food just dispensed at 1 a.m. Okay, I need to fix that. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the outage I had the other day. 104 votes. All right, we can end it there. It's in the poll. All right, so I asked you guys, how well do you think Mitch Johnson is doing? Gosh, unfortunately, the chat won't be able to see this. Or people on YouTube later won't be able to see this. Hold on. I don't want to just tell you. I want to show you. Let's see. Let's make this a little smaller. Maybe we can stretch it out. Nah, that's not doing anything. What if I like... There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're cooking. All right. Now we're cooking. All right. So 104 votes. We got 4% people gave him an A. 13% people gave him a B. 30% gave him a D. And 50% gave him a C. And I didn't want to put anything that was F because I just don't think that he's been an F coach, right? But okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So 50% of you guys says C. And 30% said D, which is really bad. I would have to agree with the C people. If he just fixed the lineups, or at least just get out of the mindset that the vets are going to save us, I think that he will skyrocket to a B or A, like easily, right? I think it's just a mindset right now. I think it's just a mindset. It's what you're comfortable with. But obviously it's not working, and it hasn't worked. And yeah, just finish the games off with your best players and start the game off with your best players. Don't think too hard about this. All right. Thank you guys for voting on that. I'm trying to bring this back to a... This is like hard to control. What the heck? I can't change the... Anyways. All right. Let's see what some of you guys had to say. We certainly win against the Wizards, right? I want to say that with confidence that we will, but, you know. I want a good rodeo road trip. We used to have really good rodeo road trips. What happened to that? Let's get back to that. Fox playing a little timid. He needs to be more aggressive. This is no criticizing players this stream right now, okay? No criticizing players. I could sit here and talk about this game and say, Keldon needed to play better defense in this showing. It is strictly the lineups on this one, guys. Any critique outside of coaching for this past game is null and void. Don't even think about it. There's a problem if we lose to Wizards. We'll see what happens. But it's the truth. He just doesn't want Chris Paul to feel bad. That's what you said is the truth. That's back to coaching, right? I don't care how... I personally don't care how Chris Paul feels. He should come off the bench. He can still get plenty of playing time. I think he should. It's not me like saying just throw him out, throw him off the team or anything. He should still get playing time, but shouldn't be starting with Fox. Makes no sense. It's just you've been the leader for this team. Fox is better. Fox should start. That's it. I don't care. It's not these are professionals. We have a very mature team. We have a very hardworking team. We have a very competitive team. No one is going... The team isn't going to fall apart because their beloved leader isn't starting anymore. Join the club. You think Sohan's complaining about him coming off the bench right now? Not complaining. He's not crying about it. You call this mature? No, I think our players are very mature. I think we do have very mature players. Are you kidding me? It could be way worse. It could be way worse. All right. Anyways. What do you think of Biyombo signing? I think it's a good signing. I think hopefully he has some more gas in the tank, right? Spurs gave him a 10-day, so it's just a matter of seeing if it works. Let's see how it goes. If it doesn't, we got to move on and try something else. But I didn't even know he was available, to be honest. And if he was, then that's cool. See Bass back soon. That would be great. Then we can have Bassy and Biyombo. But we all know that Bassy was not enough. So hopefully Biyombo got some gas in the tank. And he's a veteran. Might be pretty good for us. Biyombo is a great dude. Yeah, it might be good for us. We just need something right now. We just need a placeholder for a little while. Anyways, end in segment. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment.